Okay. 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 Can people hear me this morning? All right. First things first. Let's shut up, Clayton Lucas, because we don't need. Also, this 2 seconds. 2 seconds. That is clearly not what we're going to be doing. Early morning indeed, Eric Peckel. It is very early morning here in Toronto. But we out here. Ready to go. I had a few hours of sleep. I did get a few hours of sleep. Lukey, I agree with you. I fully agree with you. Let's just hide this for now. Sound is good. Good. Love that. Guten Abend. Yeah, got to go with a bit of a different setup for this one because it's currently 4 in the morning in Toronto, and my office is right beside my bedroom. There's a thin ass wall that separates the two of them, and my partner is sleeping, and so this way it's going to be a little less loud. I need to close the window because it's actually really cold out right now. Throughout the majority of the summer, it has been like so hot out. Even it's so humid that it's like last week it was terrible because we had the worst air quality in the world because of the forest fires going on around in northern Ontario. And the week before that, it was so hot. It was like 35 degrees Celsius at night as well. So now it's like it's a little bit better. It's a little bit, a little bit easier to handle. Greetings from Turkey. I won't be supporting the same side, but I'm here to watch along with you. Happy to take some chirping in the chat too. Doesn't need to be all that nice. Ozzy, it was so hot, bro. It was like it was getting up into the 40s with the humidex. Yeah, that's like 35 at night. Yeah, boost. I don't know if I can actually boost my mic a little bit because it's no, I can't go any higher on the mic, unfortunately. Unfortunately, let's see. All right, let me see. All right, we are just about to get underway here. Unfortunately, it's like it is peaking at this level. I don't need to be recording it. My score prediction, I honestly, okay, you Turks aren't gonna like this, but I got to go with my gut and my team here. I think this could be a 3-2 Canada. I really do. I do think this game would be different if Everett Delorme was here, but Turkiye is going to be missing a little bit of firepower on the left side. And I think that, you know, with Guidetti, and a lot of it's going to be Guidetti too. Like he's someone who just knows everything so well from the Turkish side of things. So, oh, I forgot to put the score back on. Nice, there we go. Give me 2 seconds. Gonna attach this back here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Early lead for Canada. So, like, I think that Canada right now is just a bit of a perfect storm for Turkiye because of the way they block the left side ball, because of the way they serve, because of the way they block in general. Oh, like, I think this is going to be a close one. I really do. All right. I can bring this a little closer too. Oh, that's a frustrating little sequence of events there. I know Guidetti's gonna be pissed off about that one for sure, because all over on the tip, and then Guzin just gets in the way of Brie Franzen. Oh, and then that's the one thing is that Canada's serve receive it can't break down, especially on serves by like the easy serves like that. Like that's not a tough serve there by Zara Gunesh. I'm also really excited to see this middle battle with Gunesh and Jack Casal for Turkey. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I can put my mic any higher at the moment. I think this is what we got at the moment. Um, oh, Dolly. I want to see her make that dig. Dolly's actually been pretty good on defense throughout this VNL. She's actually done a pretty good job. I've been really impressed. I've been really impressed in general by Dolly. Okay, Kira's. I don't know if I think that might be Kira's first point. Did Canada and Turkey did not play in prelims. This is going to be their first meeting here in this VNL, and like Turkey definitely has the advantage uh, when playing between these two teams. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a big block by Maglio and Guzin. That is huge. On the former Norseca player, Sinead Jacasal. Oh, and a little roly serve ace there by Kira Van Ryk. Ooh, Lukey, I kind of agree with you. I kind of wish she would have stayed in Europe, like play in Italy a little bit longer, play in Turkey maybe. Um, I do think that LOVB is getting better this year, but I do kind of agree with you that yeah, maybe staying would have been a better choice overall. Okay. In between sets, I think I'm going to switch up a little bit of the camera situation here because it does look a little bit awkward. should have maybe set up a little bit more, when I was awake earlier. That's a nice run to Maglio in the middle. But yeah, like if this is the type of game, like it may be difficult for Turkiye with the way, if Canada's able to play like this. You can't watch this on TSN, but you can watch it on cbcsports.ca. Yeah, cbcsports.ca is where all these matches should be free for Canadians. Let's actually fix this camera because it's not straight. That tip over the block there by Hande Baladin. Oh, there we go. Alexa Gray crushes that one down the line. Yep, for Canadians, you can watch everything free on cbcsports.ca. Yeah, show us that Gray heat down the line. Catching Vargas high up on the chest. And the thing is that especially because either one of the Turkish left sides is going to go off for like 20 some, like probably Yaprek. Oh, what a dig. What a dig there by Kira. Oh, not a great out of system set. Hande goes underneath there on Brie. So like either one of the Turkish outsides is going to go off for like 20 some, and I think it would have to be Yaprek Erkek, or like we're probably in for like a 30-point performance. No, they wouldn't add their own commentary. No. What a swing there by Kira. That was sick. Right in between Shaheen and Alyssa Vargas. Yeah, no extra commentary added by CBC Sports. I do think they do sometimes for like the Canadian games. They'll do like one with Dallas Sunis, but oh, a little bit of water to wake me up and get me going here. Oh, interesting little battle there between Gunesh and Dolly in the middle there. Dolly's just so long. Like I saw this video of her training. I mean, it must be an older video, but she's so long. She's so long. That's really difficult to deal with. Like her physicality in the middle is so difficult to deal with. Insomnio. Oh, and then ace. And an ace from Alexa. Let's go. Good start here from the Canadian girls, that's for sure. I don't expect them to be able to like hold this level the entire time. That's why I think this match is going to 5. I think this match is going to 5. Zara literally forgot how to spike the ball after the 2023 World or European final. I don't disagree with that. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I do think like it'll be a scoring battle between Kira and Vargas. However, I do think that Canada has like a little bit more scoring to offer. What a good dig there by Jost. Now Guzin. Oh, and Canada was on the net there, but it was also a good swing there by Yaprek. And that's a really good dig there by Hande Baladin. And a good one by Casey Jost. But that's it. Like Baladin isn't going to be scoring a lot of points. They'll be lucky if she's into the double digits on this one. However, they need her to be passing solid. They need her to be passing solid, and they need her to be making good defensive plays in the back row like that. Yeah, feed Dolly in the middle. Guzin has progressed quite a bit during the VNL, you're right. Guzin has done a really good job of like getting more and more aggressive. Like especially in week one, like in that first match when they played Germany, which seems so long ago now, as Vargas just squeaks through the block there. Like in their first match against Germany, she was just so tentative. Like she was playing youth sports volleyball. Yeah, it's true. Like it's true. Like it's wild that Zara Gunesh is a natural lefty. Oh, that's a good swing there by Kira. Nice and heavy, using that block. Should also turn on the Discord. Go see how much trash is being talked over there. Oh, that's another good serve. Kira's on her serving game. Early on in this match, she has been serving well. It's like, ah, there we go. Guzin swinging aggressively at that block. And I have to say that like Canada has kind of been in control of this match so far. They've really dictated the pace of play, and Turkiye really hasn't picked up to their level yet. Yeah, Orge is really good in defense, but a little sus in serving. And there's one person who's going to know this really well. Obviously, it's going to be Guidetti. Someone in the Discord said Canada should be insulted that Turkey started Baladin. Oh, but that's such a good swing by Honda Baladin. High ball to the outside, and she crushes that one. Like that's a really good swing. Right to the sideline too. Oh, does she have beef with Guidetti? That's awesome. Kira with a little bit of a dribbler out of the pipe. I do like how they move her around in the back row too. They're not even trying to hide Guzin on the C ball. It's just straight up Kira down up the pipe, up the middle. Hyundai so far. Hyundai's doing a pretty good job. She's got 3 points early on in this match. Vargas only has one. Vargas is 1 for 6 in attack right now. That's another reason why Canada is kind of controlling the pace of the play right now, is just because like Vargas hasn't been up to task. Oh, I didn't even notice that didn't even start. Yep, kick. Yo, what's up, Dev? Yeah, definitely. Like right now, like Canada needs to take advantage of the fact that um, Vargas isn't really on her game at the moment. But Canada's been like spreading the ball pretty well. Obviously, you're running quite a bit through Kira, and you have to. Like Kira's got 6, but still, Alexa Gray has 3, Guzin has 3, Dolly Thukboom has 3. Like Canada's hitting 59% with a 54% efficiency in this set so far. So I do think that right now we're seeing a little bit of a Canada overachieving and Turkiye underachieving at the moment. Gray hasn't had the best VNL. I've, there's been other times where she's been so dominant for this team. And she had a really good season as well for Salt Lake and really hasn't, there was so few times I thought where she was really stepping up. Interesting that they're going to take off Hande Baladine considering that she's been their best offensive player so far. And that defense from Melissa Vargas continues to be exploited. That's a number of times that Kira has swung at her. We saw Gray go down the line and get her in the chest as well too. And that's a big swing. That's a big swing there by Ilkin Iden. Yeah, she was a little underwhelming in the final, in the match against Austin, right? Yeah, Austin. That's a good pickup there by Alif. All the way to the other side to Vargas, and oh, that's a good swing. That's a good swing there by Melissa Vargas. To pull Turkiye within 1, and is this going to be a timeout, or is this going to be a challenge here coming? Oh, that's so good. Hey, I love Guidetti, man. He's so like next worldly. Gray can disappear a little bit. Like that's kind of always been Alexa Gray, and then she'll kind of remember like, oh shit, I'm really good at volleyball, and just really come out of nowhere. Oh, that's a fantastic pass by Alexa. That's such a good pass by Alexa coming out of that timeout. That's really really good. On Vargas, right to the middle, allows Bree to run Maglio. Love that. Well, that's a sigh of relief there for Turkiye. Kira could have put this set in the bag had she gone on a bit of a run there. Yeah, the details of Guidetti's game, always so just on point. High up to Vargas. Oh, and that was very, very close. It's a good swing there by Melissa Vargas. She's starting to heat up like we expected. We expect this from Melissa Vargas. She is obviously world class, arguably one of the best players in volleyball. And she did start this game offensively 1 for 6, and now she is, let me check here for a second. Oh, big swing there. Kira's 8th point of set number 1. Yeah, so she started 1 for 6 and now she's 3 for 8. So she scored both her last 2, but that's such a good set there by Bree. And because Canada's done such a good job at establishing the middle, like Gunesh had to be all over Maglio there, and that's a big serve there by Maglio. It's a really good serve there by Maglio. Canada free ball position situation outside to Alexa Gray catches Orge high up. And Turkiye forced to call a timeout here. Is Kira actually hitting at 100%? She's not. She's 7 for 11. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I am Canadian. So Turkish people, you're more than welcome to support Turkey in the chat. You know, we love you. But I won't be objective on this one, right? All right, we're back. Maglio with a tough serve there on Iden. All right, here's a chance for Canada. Oh, Dolly in transition. Oh, that was a good read. That was a really good read there by Zara Gunesh. I thought that was going to be a sick way for Canada to finish off set number 1, but that was a really good read there by Zara Gunesh. And then yeah, now Melissa Vargas is starting to heat up. Alexa puts it away. Canada takes set number 1. Great start. Great start by Canada. I do think that Turkey is a little bit on their heels at the moment. I do think that they're a little bit on their heels at the moment, and not really expecting Canada to come out as hard as they did. But that's such a good shot there by Alexa Gray. And Canada's really dangerous if they can get into a situation, you know, like especially we saw with how strong Czechia was this year. Like you can have 2 elite attackers on either pin. You can be a very dangerous team to play against. Yeah, they're going to start spamming Vargas now, and she's going to be better in general. Can we maintain the pressure? That is going to be the question, right? This is a perfect start for Canada, but can they continue that pressure throughout this match? You know, can they keep the pressure on in the serve? Can they keep the pressure on in the block? And can their side out game stay the same? That will be the big question here. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna. Ooh. Can't have. Can't have that going on. Okay, I'll get some stats up on the screen here. Once again, sorry, it's just for those who don't know, I can't. It's really early in the morning at the moment, so I'm just. It's a bit of a different setup for me than I'm used to, obviously. But we're making do with what we got. I am seeing some questions in the chat that I will address in a second. I just need to get things set up here to continue. Okay. Let's just hide this for now and look at these stats from set number 1. First set won by a Canadian team in the VNL final round. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay. And now, so before we get this started, we're gonna switch the side of which the camera is on, because I'm used to it being on my left side, because that usually is when I'm like at my computer. So that might be a little bit better there. Make sure this is flat as we are coming back into this. Okay, it's a little bit more comfortable of a setup for me. And right out of that timeout, we're going to Dolly. I'm gonna go get myself a drink, not an alcoholic drink, but just I got some iced tea in this, up in this bitch. I need something to keep me going. It's a little too early for coffee, you know. All back-to-back points there by Dolly. Back-to-back points there by Dolly Thukboom for Canada. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, nice little peach iced tea to get us going here. Oh, that's a good swing by Vargas. And this is where I expect Melissa Vargas to try to take over this game. And trust me, even though I'm cheering for Canada, Melissa Vargas fully has the ability to take over this game in its entirety. Yes, I'm aware I'm only showing the score. It's all I can show. A good swing by Alexa out of the back row, though. I really liked that swing by Alexa out of the back row. Like right now, if you're Guidetti, you have to be so happy with the way that Canada has been playing. Oh, that's a really, really good swing there by Iden. Nice and deep. I am interested to see how Canada sets up with this. I know that Guidetti was talking about how he wanted to be blocking the line on the left side. And that's clearly Kira wasn't blocking the line there. Oh, there we go. That's the first big block by Turkiye. That's the first big block by Turkiye. Abby Guzin taking a big swing at that ball, but at least Shaheen is up to the task for sure. Good pass there by Yost. Oh, not a little bit of an underset there by Kira. And Guidetti's not too happy by the defensive positioning there by Alexa Gray either. That's a ball that she, like, I want her to compete for a little bit more. God, Guzin there. That's a good swing. I love that swing from her coming out of just getting blocked. Vargas. Vargas has been automatic so far in set number 2. She is really starting to heat up. Yep, 3 points here from Melissa Vargas. She's 3 for 3. Why am I supporting Canada? Because I am from Canada. Because I'm Canadian. You guys must be new here. Welcome if you are new here. But yes, I am Canadian. So that's why I'm supporting Canada. I do support Turkey quite often, but I'm gonna support my girls. I'm gonna support my country. Oh no. Ah, Vargas is really starting to heat up. Is really starting to heat up here. That's a good dig by Hyundai. That's a good dig by Hyundai. Yeah, you can tell Guidetti's not too happy. He's not too happy with that defense there. And that's like this is exactly why I said I thought this game was going to go 5, because I think it's going to be a chess match between these two coaches. Oh, get there. Oh, nice try. Nice try. Because I think it's going to be a bit of a chess match between these two coaches. They like as they move and adjust to each other, and how these two teams are going to play for each other. Like, I do think that Canada came out really hard in the first set, and that Turkey wasn't quite ready for it. And now you're seeing them start to come back, and Turkey start to play their own game. Vargas is a lot better. Interesting. Interesting. Guidetti telling Guzin he doesn't want her to try to go to that block out. He wants to try her to go high and long, aim for the back corner of the court, try to go high off the hands. Canada in 4, David. Okay. I think it's going to be Canada in 5. The women can actually win 5 sets. So let's just put that out there. Good pass there by Guzin. Yeah, run Maglio. Oh, just going to be dumped over here. I love that Maglio took that first ball there to open up Kira. Because that's like in any free ball situation, I'm assuming Santorelli wants that ball low in front of Kira, right? They want to take her out of the play. Anytime that there's a free ball situation, that's how they're going to try to take Kira out of the play for sure. So Maglio in that situation does a really good job. I mean, they ended up not going to Kira, but still. Free ball, good situation here for Canada to pull a point back. No one home for Kira. She misses it. Oh, she misses it. There was 0 teams in the world that I would bet the women's team to beat the men's team. 0. Oh, a dribbler. Oh, that's a dagger, because Canada had a chance to pull a point back there, and now it's Turkiye getting a dribbler ace. Like, that's literally a question. Someone was just like, with Rand being the best player, and he's only 5'10", no. Like, first of all, Rand is not 5'10". Rand's like at least 6 foot. And like, the physicality of Rand, they're like, are we gonna see some women competing for their men's team? It's like, no, you're never going to see that. Luki, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's an actual Louis Vuitton, because like the account that she's like tagged with is a weird Louis Vuitton account. So I don't know how legitimate that is or what's going on with that. Ah, it's a good swatty there by Brie. Yeah, I mean, Eric Perrault, don't even get me start. Dribbler by Maglio. But Tuki is actually going to get a little bit of offense out of this right now. It's going to go outside to Gray, but that set's too tight. Now here's Vargas. Oh. And Canada needs to take those opportunities in transition. Needs to take those opportunities in transition, because if they're not going to be able to score and it's just going to be able to tip that one, like the set wasn't quite there. you know, Kira did a pretty good job, but like Vargas is going to be able to put the ball away now the majority of the time. Out of system now. Kira, such a good swing, high off the hands. Oof, 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 oof. I like that serving short idea on Turkiye. Serve short on Turkiye, make them work for it a little bit. You know, like even in one of the timeouts in the first, like Santarelli was like, hey, I want us moving to the ball. Like I want us moving our feet to the ball on serve receive. Yeah, I agree. They should do what Turkey is doing with Gray. That's a really good first tempo ball to Zaragunesh. Really good first tempo ball. Ooh. Yeah, run Alexa to the pipe. That's a great run in transition. It's a great run. What country do you think would win if there was ever a co-ed competition? 3 men and 3 women? Yeah, like Italy definitely has a good chance. Like especially like are we talking about like reverse threes? You know, where the men can only hit back court? Then, you know, like the physicality of like an Atropova, you know, is going to be really good. Oof, I don't know. What will Oh, yeah, Vargas with the ace. Co-ed Poland could also be there for sure. Obviously, co-ed Brazil, co-ed USA. All right, we're seeing that we didn't see the double sub in the first set as Kira. Oh, they're calling that long. Oh, they're saying it was a touch or saying it was. Oh, they're saying it was in. Never mind. They're saying it was in. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that looks in. That for sure looked in. Oh, Kira again. Again. Back-to-back aces by KVR. You know, you can turn off Clayton, right? If you're listening, if you're watching on VBTV, if you hit the headphones, you can pick. Um, if you pick multiple languages, it just gives you the stadium noise. It doesn't give you any commentary. Yeah, that's what I also thought it was going to be a foot fault on the second one. You know, I said I wasn't going to drink coffee, but there's a little bit left over here from yesterday, so. So good. Damn. Damn. But still, 2 aces there by Van Ryk pulls Canada back within with 3. And like, are you guys just coming to grips that like Kira Van Ryk is also in that conversation of best servers in the world? Like it's Antropova, Vargas, Fedorovtseva, and Van Ryk. Love that run. Love that run to Schmreck. Well, she can do a slide approach because she was formerly a middle, right? Oh, Casey's right there. Casey's right there, but man, fuck. Vargas is so good in this set. Yeah, she's 6 for 6 in this set. She started this match 1 for 6, and now she is 6 for 6. Sorry, 7 for 7. We get the other Shaheen here into the match. Oof. That's a good swing by Melissa Vargas. God damn. Ooh, Hawk is definitely... That would make sense because she scored on her last 3 sets of the first set, and she's 7 for 7 in the second. Yeah. Ooh, no. Stasiak is much more skilled than Smrek is. And I mean, like, they played on the same club team this year, right? But yeah, no, Stasiak is much more skilled than Anna Smrek is. Smrek got the short end of the stick by going to Wisconsin. There we go, Anna. It is so cold in my house right now. It's like it's nice because this summer's been so hot. Yeah, like Guidetti is saying, I need Canada. I need a little bit of defense from Canada right now, because like Vargas is now 8 for 8. Yeah, Anna Schreck played at University of Wisconsin for the Badgers in the NCAA. Oh, just that one's can't blame that one on defense. That was all in the block. Oh, there we go, Anna. That's a really good double sub rotation there by Anna Schreck. Coming in, scoring 3 points. Ah, yeah, I love that swing down the line. Thumb down, looking for space. Feet to the ball. 3 good swings. Canada's defense really struggling in set number 2. Really struggling. Yeah, only 4 digs by Canada in set number 2, 9 for Turkiye. And that's the big separating factor between these two teams at the moment. Turkiye, we expected them to be able to turn it on in set number 2. And they have done well. I mean, Vargas is 9 for 9 in attack. That's a little tight there. Good cover though by Abby Guzin. Now Gray just going to be shuffled back over for Kira. More scrambling by Turkiye. Oh, sorry, it was Andulevich. Put away finally by Alexa Gray. No, serving not good for Canada. It was really good in the first set, but not so much right now. Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. There we go. There we go. Pick up that tip. Right side to Van Ryk. What a swing. What a swing. Am I going to watch the other matches too? Yeah, I'll probably watch quite a few of them. I didn't watch Italy versus Netherlands. It honestly will be a game time decision if I watch. I just don't think USA China is going to be that interesting. That's the problem. I just don't. But like Italy Brazil will be a really good match. A double sub here. Yeah, finally we're seeing Yaprak Erkek come in for Zargunas to serve. Twelve 13 points already by Melissa Vargas. Oh, that's just out of bounds. Also a net fault there by Turkiye. Yeah, good swing there by Kira. Nice and heavy. Nice and heavy. It was tight, but it fell for the good, as Clayton would say. I always hate when he says that. It's so dumb. Dolly could wreak some havoc here. She really could wreak some havoc in this moment right now for Canada. She has a tricky serve, just like the height that she hits it at it, and it really comes down at you, but Honda handles it really well. Oh, that's the first time that Vargas is slowed down or anything, and then she's dug. Guzin in transition off the block. You know Guidetti's stoked about that one. That's a huge play. First, they're able to slow her down on the block, and then they're able to dig Vargas for the first time. And I think we're going to either a timeout right now, or it has to be a timeout, I'm assuming. Oh no, we're going to a challenge. What are we challenging here? No net touch there, just the makes sense. It was tight. Yeah, no, I don't think, like, China's too young. China's too young, and the US has been playing really well. So I don't really have any interest in watching that next match, to be honest. I'll probably go for a run. Oh. You knew that, like, they stopped Vargas twice in the last rally, one with the block, and then they are able to get a dig on her. So it's going to be really, like, she's going to come back and score again. It's going to be that and then she just goes back and just bombs an ace. That's so good. Yeah, no, this version of China can't compete with the US right now. Ah, it's a good swing there by Kira Van Ryk. I'll be honest, we're kind of exactly where I thought we were going to be. Canada came out really strong in the first. Turkiye has responded in the second. Ah, ah, ah. Fortunately, Kira's not going on a run. And now we have Ilkin Aydin at the baseline. No, I don't think home court advantage will help China at all against this American team. Not in the slightest. And they're going to set Vargas here to close things out, and she misses it. Oh, and a net violation by Maglio. Oh, that sucks. So it was we got 25-22 in the first for Canada, 25-21 for the second for Turkey. I don't necessarily agree that Canada has to win the next set. I think that, they've shown that resiliency to win a fourth set before. Oh no, yeah. I fully said that in the beginning of this match that the fact that Turkey doesn't have Karakurt really plays into Canada's hand because now like their offense is so one dimensional at the moment. Oh yeah, no, there's definitely still some hope here, guys. If you're a Canada fan, there's definitely still some hope. Like this game is far from being over. Trust me. Um, let's go look at the stats a little bit here. The important thing is friendship prevails. What kind of haiku shit is this? All right, let's look at some stats here from set number two. We'll start things off with Turkey. Obviously, you got to look at Vargas, 9 for 12 in the second here. That's unreal. 11 points all around. And she's the only one really. Like she scored 11 of the 19 points here for Turkey. Two for Shaheen. Both of them coming in the block department. One for Baladin, one for Jack Saul, one for Ilkin Aydin, three for Zara Gunesh. Yeah, six points for Van Ryk, 4 for 10 with those two aces. Three by Guzin, three by Smrek, two by Dolly Thukboom, four by Alexa Gray. Canada's offense overall, though, doing a really good job. Yeah, Canada hitting 56% with a 50% efficiency is really good. Is really good. Turkey on the other side, hitting 57 and 52%. Damn, this has been a really good match so far. Really good match so far. Not a lot of errors. 6 errors from Canada, but they're mostly from the baseline. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think you need to shut down Vargas. You just need to be able to slow her down at certain times and, you know, like, get a few digs on her. Yeah, like what Eddie just said there, if Canada does just a slightly better job in block defense, slightly better job in serve receive, doesn't get caught up in not being able to score earlier on in the set, like this will be this game is still very much in the hands of Canada to be able to continue battling in this one for sure. I mean, of course, Guidetti's in a good mood. You know, like this, like Canada's playing really well. They're right there in this match. How they respond in this set, I think, will be key. It will be really interesting. Yeah, I agree. It's like neither team is fully dominating at the moment. What's up, Jana? It's cold. I'm getting a blanket. Okay. I do think that set number three will be a more steady battle. Vargas isn't going to go 9 for 12. Yes, good morning. It is just about 5 a.m. here in Canada. The gamepad? What do you mean by the gamepad? Okay, set number three. This has been a really good game so far. You know, not a lot of errors. It hasn't been a slop fest. It's just been solid by both teams. That's a good dig there by Jost to get us going. KVR missing it in transition though. Fuck. That type of situation Canada needs to capitalize. Like, especially with the way that defense was few and far between in set number two, they got to capitalize on those transition opportunities. Oh, the clipboard. The clipboard is still alive. Yeah, no, the clipboard has not been abused all that much so far in this match. Good swing there. I love like when like the back set by you'll watch here. Like yeah, if you see how oh that's real close. But like Bree sets that ball like this. Like she's not traditionally setting it like she's shoveling it back. Right side to Vargas. Oof. And once again, someone said in the chat, Canada doesn't need to stop her on every single ball. And you're not going to stop Melissa Vargas. It's just like, how can you mitigate that as much as possible? And they haven't found that yet. Oh, that's a really good first tempo attack. Why do you think we haven't seen so many blocks so far? Because both teams are doing a really good job in offense. Both teams are doing a really good job in offense. We've only really saw those 2 blocks by Turkiye in the second set on Abby Guzin, who is like, she's definitely the most inexperienced player here, but it's really hard to block Melissa Vargas. She's long and tall and very athletic, and she has really good vision. So it's really difficult to block Melissa Vargas. Like if Canada can drop a few blocks on Melissa Vargas, that will change a lot, I think. But I'd rather Canada get blocks Melissa Vargas later on, not quite right now. And right now, you know, Turkiye in a little bit of a difficult situation in serve receive as Guzin. Oh, Canada looking for the touch there. It looks like, yeah, looks like Canada, one of the Turkish players was calling their touch there. So point for Canada. So Canada responding much better. Oh, Gray's right there. Damn it. You can tell Guidetti's a little frustrated on that too. A little frustrated. Guzin has responded really well. KVR on the right side. That's dug by Vargas. All the way to the side, and Ilkin Iden. Big swing there by Ilkin Iden. Where's our green card? Are you talking about Canada or? Canada doesn't naturalize players. We don't have the ability to. And it'll be basically impossible for Canada to naturalize players now under the new rules as well, because you have to live in that country for 3 years. So, like, since Canada doesn't have a pro team, it'll be impossible to naturalize someone unless it's like a pure like immigration system where someone immigrates to Canada at a younger age. That's what we need to do. We need to start offering like youth volleyball academies for like Cubans. Oh, there we go. Good transition play there by Canada. Oh, through the hands of Sinead Jacques. That's a good serve there by Van Ryk. Oh, what a dig there by Casey Jost. And tipped down by Kira Van Ryk. Let's go. Let's go. This is a fantastic response here by Canada in the third set. Kira with some really good vision there. And if I'm Santarelli, I'm on Elif Shaheen to be on that ball. I need Elif Shaheen to be another ball. What another ace, another rocket by Kira. Just bringing the heat on Elif Shaheen. Yeah, yeah, that's just as I said. Santarelli's really pissed about that tip. Oh, green card for honesty. Yes, you're right. Where is the green card? Okay, this win prediction is so dumb because earlier in the second set, there were like after the second set, it had Canada like up higher. Like it changes. Like it doesn't every time I want to write a script or have someone write a script for me that every time the Winnie P comes up, it takes a screenshot because they're playing a little bit of revisionist history. Oh, and a short serve there. That's a really good pass. Running Jacques Casal. Now Iden out of. Oh. Guidetti not happy with Jost there. Guidetti not happy with Jost there. That's a gettable ball for her for sure. Yeah. Didn't read that ball great, and then her initial step there, not fantastic either. That's just going to be dumped way over to Guzin, and oh, what is happening on for Turkiye's defense there? What is happening? Like, I need Iden to be on that. I need Ilkin Iden to be on that. Right, like especially in that situation. Like Canada has a big lead. You get them out of system in serve receive. You need to be ready to play defense. On that ball is Hande Balladine goes underneath. That's a gutsy swing there. That's a gutsy swing. Who did this go on? Was it Dondoli? Yeah. Won't lie. Hyundai's talented. Gunesh is blocked. And Shaheen has seemed to go away so far in this set here from Melissa Vargas. And they're trying to spread the rest of the offense around and get other people going. And it hasn't really worked all that well. Oh no, Maglio. Yeah, I tend to agree. I tend to agree with you, Creo. Or Creo. Oof. Another disconnect with Maglio there. And Vargas comes back, and oh, that's a dagger. That's a dagger. Because it went from like a 5-point Canadian lead to, or a 4-point Canadian lead to just a 2-point Canadian lead. And it could have been 5 had Maglio been able to put that ball away. Oh, and that's frustrating because that's usually a ball she does put away. So you can't like get on her case. And oh, Turkiye coming back in a big fashion here in this third set. Yeah, I know. Turkiye answering really well. Answering really well here. Oh. What's up with this? This is like a weird ass like love story remix going on there in the in-house played by the in-house announcer. Oh, Vargas stopped at the net. That's a really tight set in transition. Another really tight set, and Vargas is going to be slowed down again on the block. Now to Gunesh, dug by Jost. Outside to Gray, she's shut down. Shit. Oh, that would have been a really good point for Canada to get their mojo back. But Jara Gunesh did a really good job. That's a huge block by Gunesh. Dropping that inside hand too, taking that angle. Oh. Gray off the block. Good swing. Yeah, Eric Perrault, it's a bit of a dagger when you slow down Melissa Vargas like that and you're unable to pull out the point. Yeah, Gunesh is an elite blocker. Get there, good. Guzin off the net. This is just going to be a high ball to Vargas. Doug. Yeah, be Guzin. Let's go, kid. Let's go. Right, Canada doing a good job to defend. Like, first of all, that dig by Alexa, really good. Canada doing a really good job to defend on Vargas. Then Guzin. That's exactly what Guidetti was telling her in that first set too. He didn't want to see her go for the block out. He wanted to see her hit high and long. And that's exactly what it was there. And then the off pass, Canada back to that 4-point lead. Back to that 4-point lead. And Santorelli is going to call a timeout here. Really well done here by Canada in this third set. Once again, Turkish people, I'm not hating on you guys. I'm just Canadian. Vargas not getting used as much. Oh, she was only 2 for 8 right now in this third set. That's a big difference from what we saw from her in the first. No, Ilkanaiden not on her day. Not on her day for sure. We know she can be quality as well too. I'm interested to see, like, we haven't seen Yaprakek kick yet. I want to see. Oh, that's a big block. What a big block there by Abby Guzin. It's like I don't even think she realized what happened there. That's a huge block there by Abby Guzin. Oh, and she did such a good job to close all the way to the antenna. Just press over, take that space. That is massive. Massive here for Canada as they regain a 5-point lead. Ilkanaiden slowed down. She's going to get it back. Another swing. That time she uses the block of Van Ryk. Van Ryk not happy with herself. You can see her pulling on the net afterwards. It is really refreshing to watch a young talent like Canada. This is like we don't generally have young talents like an Abby Guzin, so I'm really excited for her. She's going to play for Chieri next year. First ever Canadian woman to go straight to the Italian league. Godetti's upset about that. So am I. Like, come on, that needs to be better. Oof! Drop that right to the baseline. No, it's not her debut. She played last year too. This is her second VNL. And Canada has that ability right now to just spread out that offense a little bit. I mean, Van Ryk does have 6 in this set. Vargas dug again. Bit of a miscommunication there, just in the spacing between Bree and Kira, and Van Ryk going to be blocked. Now outside to Ilkanaiden. Dug by Andolevich. Oh, Canada's lucky to get out of that point there. Guzin, oh my goodness, so lucky. So lucky. She was a starter quite a bit last year. And she was a starter, like Guzin's pretty much been our starter on the left side the majority of this VNL as well too. It's mostly been her and Gray. What is Santorelli challenging here? I'm a little bit confused. Four touches. Interesting. Oh yeah, she's jumping for that. I kind of agree with the ref on that one. That is like she's touching the ball above the net. She might not have jumped, but her hands are above the net. Oh, she's jumping. She's jumping. She's just not full jumping. That's a good call. Oh, that's a good block there by Ilkanaiden. Damn. Damn. Santa Smelly. Oh, what a pass there by Andalevich. Oh, what a block, though. Canada, like, is Guidetti going to call a timeout here? Not a great. I would want to see the separation set there from Bree. Not a great decision, right? Especially with like they're all stacked up there because Kira's right there. Like I want her to go to see her go outside on that one. Some good playing right now by Canada though. Some really good playing. Oof. It's a dangerous run here by Turkiye. A dangerous run. Vargas at the base, like Melissa Vargas at the baseline does this. That is dangerous. Oh, another one. Holy, holy. You know, she hasn't been good offensively in this third set, but that she has really turned on with her from the baseline. Like, that is so good. No, Joe's serve receive, not been fantastic. Just a high ball to Kuzin. Baladine really taking care of that. Then to Vargas again. And just like that, we're all tied up at 17s. Fuck. It was a 5-point lead that's just disappeared, evaporated for Canada. Oh. Who are they gonna sub out here? Are they gonna sub out Guzin? Doesn't seem like they did. Or had they brought in Andulevich, eh? Now you've got Kira going back to serve. Schmreck coming into block. Okay, this is that rotation. If Kira can answer this, it's gonna be tough. She had some aces already in the first half of the set. Yeah. Yeah. Canada's serve receive in the second half of this third set not been fantastic. They're going to set Vargas here in transition. Yep. Guidetti is upset about something. Are we seeing a timeout or are we seeing a challenge? No. Yeah, look at those points. It went from 17-12 and now it's 19-18 in favor of Turkey. Yeah, Canada's gotta be better there in those gut check moments. The women are starting to look like the men right now, just giving away leads. what a dig by Orge. Oh, well, I don't disagree. I disagree with that call. But this is pretty like Brakosal. Like this is very normal for Turkey, right? Like in the outsides that they have don't really. Oh, you're bringing in Yatkin. Interesting. Like this has always been Turkey that they struggle to perform on the outside. Oh, Vargas catching Joe Stop high. You know, that's why like Turkey got so much better when Vargas was able to come in because, you know, Karakurt was able to move to the left side, and then you had two legitimate options there. And I mean, I think that we saw with the Antropova experiment on the left side how much credit we should give to Ebra Karakurt for everything, like how she's able to transition, because she can be very good. Like when she was playing for Exacebashi this year, I thought she did very good on the left side. That's a really good swing by Gray down the line. Really good swing there by Alexa Gray. Just swinging high and hard. Vargas, not a great defender, so it makes sense to just like put it into her zone. Dolly, can she cause some problems with the Wiggler? And now it's going to be Vargas again. Oh, Courtney Baker, you're right there. Right there. Good pass there by Guzin outside to Gray. Oh, good dig there by Yatkin. Now cross court to Baladine. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Guys, I don't know, when I have watched um when I've watched Karakurt and like when I watched Karakurt this year, I only really watched her in Champions League. But when I watched her in Champions League this year, she was good in reception. Oh no. Oh no. Canada needs to defend on that. There needs to be defense on that. Like I need the Thunderbird and the Panda to figure that out there. Oh, from bad to worse. Yeah, that call for Canada did really fire up Turkey. I also agree, going back to the Antropova experiment. I also agree that I thought it should last longer. I thought it definitely should have lasted longer. Oh, I don't. Okay, Santarelli. Immediately like checking with his players and immediately giving the thumbs up. Hey, you know what? I still have belief that Canada can figure things out in the fourth. And I mean, the set isn't done. It is now. But I still have belief Canada can figure it out in the fourth. Yeah, Canada did let it slip. That is classic Canada volleyball right there. Classic Canada volleyball, letting it slip. Did so well to get the lead, and then really did not did not capitalize on what was in front of them. And let's start with Canada for the third set stats here, because yeah, you have 6 by Van Ryk, 6 by Abby Guzin. Abby was 5 for 8 in that set. You love to see it. 2 by Gray, and they're both towards the end. 2 by Maglio. And yeah, I do think another time was like Maglio made some errors in this set that kind of killed us, which are very, very uncharacteristic. Gray, passing 60% positive though, so she's not attacking as well as we would be wanting to. But yeah, 13-4 run by Turkiye to finish the set. Not great if you're a Canada fan. Really good if you're a Turkiye fan though. And I mean, Varga started this set not so great, but she did figure out in that big serving run in the middle. Figured some things out. I wouldn't call that a terrible game by Canada. Hande Baladin also 4 for 5 in that set. I think that's massive for Turkey. She got them out of some really tough spots a few times. Also, Ilkin Aydin with a couple of blocks, 3 for 9. Oof. I mean, Coach Rocha, volleyball, I will vehemently disagree with you on that. And I don't think like Canada's not looking for an Olympic medal. We're just looking to qualify for the Olympics. But I think Shannon did a lot of good things for this program. But had Guidetti been the coach in 2024, Canada would have qualified for the Olympics. It's, yeah. Let's just say that I know a little bit of what was going on behind the scenes while Shannon was the coach. And it's hard because I think I have a lot of respect for Shannon and everything that she did. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can actually improve my volume. I can try. I can see what I can do. Oh, maybe now. Don't want to be recording there. No, unfortunately, I don't think there's much. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do for the volume as we're underway here now in the fourth. Oof. Yeah, I mean, like it's hard to be out here saying that Shannon was better for Canada when they never qualified for the finals under Canada, when, you know, Canada needed to win the both biggest games that they needed to win in 2024 against Serbia and against Netherlands. They played terrible in. So I think it's hard to sit here and say that, yeah, Shannon was better for Canada than Turkiye. Oh, good block there by Maglio. I mean, Dominican will be tough to play at home. That's for sure. They haven't looked great this year. Canada looks a lot better, and the way that Norsika is running their qualifying is really dumb and plays into the hands of the Dominicans. But we'll see. Yeah, Lukey. You said it, not me. And when it comes to women's volleyball, Ronnie actually supports the Canadian women. So, all right. Oh, that's going to be a tough one. Tough set there. Tough set there. Good play, though, bro, by Guzin. Yeah, like right on top of that tape. You know, other than that second set, Canada has started stronger in all of the sets so far. Just as Kira Van Rijk puts me out. Just as Kira Van Rijk puts this ball out. No, I still think we're going to 5. I still think we're going to 5 here. Oof. Guzin still needs to work on the uh, on her out, like off the net swinging, like out of system swinging. Oh, there we go. It's a sigh of relief for Canada. A sigh of relief for Canada. Yeah, right into the antenna there. What's the delay today? Oh, for time? I think they figured out yesterday it was around 32 seconds. Oh, that's a good run in transition. That's a good run in transition. Oh, damn. From bad to worse here for Canada. From bad to worse. Bringing Andalevich in early for Gray. Oh, man. Bit of a heartbreaker right now for Canada, unless they can righten out the ship. But they're going to need to find a way to side out. And right now, it's not happening. There we go. They get the side out there. They got to figure out some way to play here in this fourth set. But mentally, they've seemed to have kind of gone like the men and just to shut down a little bit. Oh, that's a tight. Oh, that's a. I like that two ball there by Elif. I like that two ball there by Elif Shaheen. It gets them out of that rotation too. Outside now to Guzin. Yeah, that's in that back corner. That's a really good swing. All right, can Guzin maybe go on a bit of a serving? No, fucking hell. Well, good riddance. Oh. Oh. Going after Gray there and okay, slowing down Vargas. That's all right. Kira from the back row. That's a net violation, but that was a fucking bomb by Kira. Honestly, that swing seemed to have jacked up Canada a little bit. Technically, the swing wasn't the point getting there, but definitely got them down. Now, Baladine. Guidetti's a little frustrated with the defensive positioning there. That is a fastball to the outside. Oh, just right through the hands of Bree. A block there by Bree could have turned some things around. Van Ryck, nice little chippy off the block there. Yeah, Gray does. She'll just kind of check out sometimes. I remember seeing her do it in club when she played for Calgary Dinos. I've seen her do it with the provincial team as well. I didn't watch her as much when she was at BYU. Okay, here's a good chance in transition for Canada. Gray puts it away. Canada pulls back within a few points here, though. Oh, right through the wickets there on Melissa Vargas. Oh, an off pass to Iden. Oh, my goodness. Abby's got to get there. That's just some bad defense. Like that situation, Canada needs to, like the players need to figure out that, like, hey, this is a bad a bad situation, but Guzin needs to be on that ball. Guzin needs to be on that ball. Oh, what a swing by Kira. What a swing by Kira. I think they played together too, her and Hyundai. Maybe not. Kira is headhunting. You can tell she's frustrated. Defense isn't necessarily, following up with what she's been doing offensively, but oh man, another fucking fantastic swing by Melissa Vargas. She's been outstanding. She's 26. 26. Oh, that's a good dig. Oh, just out, just out. I'll do like that run to Jack Casal, though. I do like that run. Kira currently has, let's see, she has 25. 26 for Vargas, 25 for Kira. Kira is 20 for 39 in attack. Vargas is 22 for 40. Good run to Doley. Canada's actually like not too far out of this set. One or two plays and they get right back into this one. Kira's angry at Fakir let her go for Boskovic. Yeah, honestly, I did. It did kind of feel that way. But now she's going to go play for Scandici. She's replacing Antropova. Oh, a dribbler. To Jacques Gasol. Dig by Kira. Oh, Guzin. Guzin's been so good in this match, and she's really just not shown up here in this fourth set. She's missed a few defensive plays, missed a few attacks as well, too. We're having the Saliha Shaheen come in now. That's a big swing by Kira. Big swing. No, we know we're not watching the same match. You said that Hyundai Baladin was the top scorer, so I don't know what match you're watching. Ooh, 200 points so far for Guzin in the VNL. Oh, Jost is right there. Right there. Ooh, I do have to charge my computer here. Oh, Alexa. That might be the dagger right there. That might be the dagger for Canada. Yeah, going to be a timeout here for Canada for sure. Yeah. Gudetti not too happy with the defense. Understandably so. Understandably so. Yeah, experience is playing a big role. A big role for sure. No, not looking good for sure. It was really good for Canada through 3 sets. Like I thought they did such a good job through 3 sets, but just the way they let that lead go in the third. You know, obviously had they won the third set, it would have been completely different. Oh, miscommunication there. I want Bree to maybe take that ball. Hyundai. Canada's just completely given up, though. Canada's completely given up. No, I mean, Canada did have a good team game through the first 3 sets. You know, like Guzin had 6 points in the third set. She was 5 for 8 in attack. But then that has gone down significantly. And now she's, well, I guess she's 2 for 4, but she has a 0 efficiency in the, oh, it's done. That is done. What a fucking block there by Zara Gunesh. Akbash there. I guess Japan is still around, surprisingly enough, even though they've lost. Oh, good dig there by Oge. Turkiye really just turning things on here. Like that run in the third set just gave them so much belief. What, I'm not allowed to be upset that my team is losing? This is what I don't get about Turkish fans. They get upset when anyone cheers against them. It's and not all of them, obviously, but yeah. Like, I'm sitting here in Canada. Turkey is playing amazing right now. Like I just said that Turkey was playing with so much belief. You're mad that I'm you're mad that I'm disappointed in the way that Canada's playing in the fourth? It's interesting. No, I don't think Turkey has like in this match, yes. Not in the tournament. Like Turkey against USA is going to be a fire match. The 2 semifinals I think are going to be amazing. And yes, I'm calling USA to beat China. And they've just been just going and going. Real sportsmen are supporting best players. Okay. Oh, Schmreck. A little bit too little too late. A little too late there, too little too late, but overall, super fucking proud of what this Canada team has been able to do. Oh, yeah. Turkish fans have short memories. Like this is nothing against Turkey. Turkey has played outstanding. They're an elite team. This is why they were the favorites coming in. We also can't sit here and say that, Canada didn't play well through 3 sets. Well, 2.5 sets. Ah, a little too late there from Alexa Gray as well, too.
Oui, c'est la vie. C'est la vie, c'est sûr. But overall, what a fucking fantastic VNL by the Canadian women. Oh, I mean, if Guidetti was in a fighting mood, he could challenge that set there by Elif, but there's really no chance, no point to. Overall, really good game there by Turkey. Vargas going with 27 points, going 23 for 43 with a 48% efficiency. Turkey with a 45% efficiency. Canada's dropped to 35. You know, and it was high through, it started high at 58% efficiency, then went down to 41, then down to 24, then down to 17. I will watch all the matches. I'll probably watch like if like let me see what the schedule is like for the next few matches. Yeah, no, it was tough for Canada down the stretch. That fourth set, not indicative of how this team usually plays. I don't know. I don't understand why Baladine. Everyone's surprised by Baladine. That was a very normal Hyundai Baladine match. A very normal Hyundai Baladine match. Uh, yeah. What time are the semifinals at? Because they're going to be. Uh, honestly, I think overall it was a really good VNL for Canada. An outstanding VNL for Canada. They just couldn't keep up that rate of play here in this final match. But also, outstanding match by Turkiye. They weathered the storm. They came back in amazing fashion in the fourth set or in the third set, and then outplayed Canada in the fourth too. But this game was a lot closer than that last set suggested. A lot closer than that last set suggested. Could China beat the U.S.? No, I don't think so. I don't think China can beat the U.S. Let's see what Kira has to say here. And no, Lukey, not a Ronnie troll. You know, just a wannabe coach that I've been hearing things out of Vancouver from. It's fine. Honestly, I think we should send more Canadian players to Turkey. Like we've seen like I mean Kira had some good time in Turkey. Maglio has really done some good things in Turkey. Alexa played in Turkey. I think we should send more players out to Turkey for sure. Turkey has one of the best leagues in the world. Luna Soleil, you slept. What do you mean you slept? It's like noon. It's like noon. Honestly, congrats to Turkey. They played well. No hate to Turkish players. Mar. why are we talking about Mar? Oh, Mar in Turkiye too. Yeah, you're right. Turkey gets a lot of hate across the world in almost any sports because of its Ottoman legacy. What? Turkish fans have every right to be defensive at all times. I think I think Turkey gets a lot of hate because of your fans. You know, the passion goes two ways. Yeah, at least they aren't like, guys. This is y'all are acting like this is a waste by Canada. I think this is such a good VNL by Canada. Such a good VNL by Canada. Like the women did such an outstanding job. No, Basha didn't keep Schmreck. You're right. Antropova, and they're going with Stoyanova. Is that it? Yeah, it is a little bit crazy. It is crazy how different the VNL was for the women and for the men. Smarzek is in Zarensport this year. Okay. What do I think about? I think Turkey has a good chance against the U.S. We'll see. Like the U.S. plays a really steady offense around everywhere, but they don't have a player like Vargas. But yeah, when like Guidetti's talking about the growth, you're talking about a team who won 3 games in the VNL last year to qualifying for the finals. That's huge. That's huge. Yeah. This is why we know that the Turkish fans are crazy. You know, there's a reason why in football Turkish clubs go through managers more than any other league in the world because Turkish fans are insane. Darian. Canada did have a really good run. I agree. I think USA Turkey is going to be a really hot match. I agree. Really good improvement by Canada. What do I think about the libero position? Now I want a medal. That's a good way to close things out. Canadian needs, yeah, we do need a player like Ebrard to get us fired up. I won't lie, that is very true. Turkey, USA versus Turkey will be a good match. Yeah, I fully agree. I'll probably do streams for both the semifinals and the final match. Not for the bronze medal, because fuck the bronze medal. I mean, I think being that disappointed is a little bit of a stretch, you know. Turkey came in as the favorite, and Canada played well through 3 sets, 2.5 sets, 2.5 sets. Yeah, surrendering that big of a lead, like you could just see they kind of broke down mentally in that third set, and that changed everything. Like, had they been able to win the third, or if the third set had been closer and they didn't give up, because they gave up the two leads, like they were up 8-4, and then they lost the lead, then they were up 17-12, then they lost that lead again. So it's just growing pains that this team needs to go through. But overall, really good VNL by Canada. And I'm excited for, I know I'm ahead of myself because USA obviously hasn't played China yet, but I'm excited for a Turkey-China matchup. Yeah, without Ebrar, I do think it's gonna miss a little bit. Like, I'm excited for Kakakurt to be able to come back for European Championships. I think that's going to be awesome. I think this Euros is going to be very interesting between Italy and Turkey. So yeah, like it's going to be very interesting for between Italy and Turkey, and obviously other teams too. Like, we'll see what Serbia can bring to the table. Plug in my computer. Yeah, I hope the same thing happens in Canada that Guidetti was able to do for Turkey too. I mean, Turkey has way more resources for volleyball than Canada does. Um, you know, you have one of the best leagues in the world, whereas Canada doesn't even have a league, right? Overall, but yeah, no. What else? What else we got here? No, no, yeah, definitely like MR, MRTT, GRG, for sure. Canada crumbled in on themselves. Like all of a sudden there was all of that pressure there from Vargas, and they weren't able to play up to it. But you've got, you know, Guzen's out there, and she's like 20 years old. She's really young. Like, she played really well throughout the first 2 sets. Like she had 6 points in the third set, but down the stretch, like, couldn't really play great defense and things like that. Give that she showcased how good she was in defense, and yeah, we'll see if Guzin gets to play a lot in Italy. You know, that Chieri team is always pretty loaded. They're always pretty stacked. So I think it's just going to be good learning for her, whether she's playing a lot or not. Yeah. And, you know, like we've seen other players, like, you know, Kira left UBC a little early to go start playing pro, and Hillary Johnson is out of U Sports as well too, and of course like Bree Franzen is out of the U Sports as well. See, Emil Tyler's like no one's has like you're bringing up things that no one is talking about at all. Like no one is mentioning any of these things that you're bringing up. So I don't understand what you're so upset about. I heard Guidetti said at the beginning of the fourth set, "You are playing like we have already lost," and that was true, 100%. Yeah, that mentality was there where we just kind of like lied down is was pretty crazy. But you know, learning, learning, learning situations there. Yeah, I agree. Like they needed a little bit more fight. And there was just too many missed opportunities down the stretch in the third set. That's kind of what sucked there. It's just too many missed opportunities down the stretch for in the third set for Canada. But on the other hand, Turkiye played well, right? Baladine did a fantastic job. She did. Like she passed outstandingly well. Like what are Baladine's passing numbers here for this match? Yeah, she passed fucking 65% positive. Oh no, wait, that's her attacking. No, 68% positive, 27% perfect. Yeah, it was. Yeah, no one had said anything about being racism, but yeah, Turkish fans do go crazy. Oh, I'm not upset at all, guys. Like it was a little disappointing to see how Canada played in that third and fourth set, or that second half of the third set and the fourth set. But overall, like, bro, we played fucking awesome. It was a treat watching these girls play all throughout the VNL. Like the growth that this team has brought has been huge. I knew it was going to be better because obviously like Kira and Alexa and Bree were coming back, but this was huge. This was huge. Great VNL all around. And as Guidetti said at the end, like let's just take that to Norsica. Yeah, take that to Norsica and go win an Olympic berth. It'll be tough in Santo Domingo though. It'll be really tough for the women in Santo Domingo because they have to play the Norsica Championships and then they have to play a tournament again a couple days later. So, and like, it, classic. Like if Dominican will not make it easy on Canada, both on and off the court. Let's just say that. No, yeah, not only passing, like Hyundai, you're right. Like Hyundai was really good offensively. Really good offensively. I mean, she was 13 for 20, hit a 65% with a 55% efficiency. She was Turkiye's most efficient attacker. She took some gutsy swings. She made 11 digs as well. So I think Hande Balavdine did a great job. Hande Balavdine did an awesome job. Which is that's the role she always plays. That's the role she always plays. Oh, as per usual. Let me go find this quote unquote racist comment. No one gives a fuck about the Ottoman Empire. It's just that you spread hate in every comment section, even under 18U matches, insulting minors just because they are black. I mean, Emil, I have seen that from Turkish fans. I love Turkish fans. I think they're awesome, but I have seen them be racist in comment sections, specifically towards Brazilian players. So maybe it's not you, but it has definitely happened. Um, and yes, there's plenty of Turkish people that you can argue with respectfully, but then there's a lot of Turkish people who don't argue so respectfully. Actually, where was Berkay today? Berkay was in the chat yesterday, but not in the chat today for Turkiye. Oh no, I'm gonna get reported now. Oh no, it's because Brazilian fans are also being toxic. Yes, 100%. We know this. The two toxic fan bases in the world are Turkey and Brazil. That's it's very well known. The most toxic are Turkey and Brazil, and the most annoying are Japanese fans. I agree. Toxic fans don't justify racism at all. And also being like, we love our black players on our team is kind of like being like, I have a black friend. Moonax, you didn't think Turkey looked very promising? I thought you has looked really good, especially without Kakakut. You know, Vargas looked outstanding. Baladine was super solid. Zaragunesh was Zaragunesh. You know, I thought Ilkin Aydin could have been better. I wish we would have seen Yaprak Erkek, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think you're Moonex. I think you're gonna have to elaborate that. But like once again, they weren't that terrible in the first set, and this is where it is annoying with Turkish fans is that you expect perfection at all times. Guidetti will continue with Canada, yeah. Zero was all right. You're right. But Moonex, you're not a good serving team. You have one good server on your team. Like that's nothing new. Like Turkey has one good server on their team, and that's Vargas. Yeah, I mean 2023 I think was special for Turkey. It was a bit of a perfect storm when you look at it too. Um, because uh, you had just got Santarelli. He had just joined the team. You had just had Melissa Vargas join the team too. And that's back when Italy had Davide Mazzanti. And, you know, Italy didn't take the VNL as seriously that year. And Mazzanti really fucked up by playing Antropova over Agonu. And the whole team was infighting. And Turkey took advantage and played outstanding. I do think this year's European Championships is going to be very interesting. I do think this year's European Championships are going to be very interesting, and I really want to see an Italy Turkey final. I really want to see an Italy Turkey final. Yeah, the biggest hate for the Turkish team does come from their own fans. That's right. Like you don't even need like you don't even need um, um, other teams to be toxic towards Turkey because Turkey is going to be toxic on their own team regardless. Like once again, there is a reason why football teams in Turkey go through the most managers in a year or by any league, and it's because of how toxic their fan bases are. Do you think the same thing is going to happen now? Velasco is playing with Antropova instead of Agonu, but Antropova is much better than she was in 2023. I don't know. I think it'll be very interesting. It'll be very interesting. Italy and Turkey are not on the same. Are they on the same side of the bracket for Eurovolley? I actually don't know. Oh, if they both finish they're on the same side of the bracket. That's good to know. See, that's the thing is that like I haven't said anything bad against Turkey other than the fact that their fans are toxic, and that's how upset you get. That's this is my exact point when it comes to Turkish fans. You're the first ones to talk down to other teams, but then as soon as someone else says anything about you that isn't a glowing review, you get upset. Yeah, I do agree that the issue of the switch from Antropova to or sorry, from Egono to Antropova was the way that the switch was communicated. So it will be interesting to see how it will be interesting to see how Velasco approaches that. Um, because like it's hard to like even when you're looking at the World Championships last year, you, some could say that Antropova had better numbers. She was more efficient than than Egonu. But Egonu was Egonu, so it's hard. Yeah, Velasco's hold of the team is a lot better, um, and that's the thing. I think there's there's some coaches in the world, and I always liking it to the Chicago Bulls in the 90s, the Jordan eras, because you had Doug Collins who did such a good job of building up that team. But you needed Phil Knight to come in to be a winner because there's teams who can, there's coaches who can come and build systems and build, how a team plays and build structure, and that can only take you so far. And then there's other coaches who
can manage egos and manage big time players. And there's very few coaches who I think can do both. And that is like where you find someone like a Santarelli or like a Guidetti, for example. So yeah, like it's like I think Velasco is maybe more of a like I think actually no, I think he Velasco is one of those guys that can set some things up because like look what he did with the Iranian men's team and how he built their entire program. But he also knows how to manage and communicate a lot better, except when it comes to Rebecca Piva. That's an entire other thing altogether. I mean, that's like I do agree. Like I like part of the reason why I love Turkish fans so much, especially when it comes to women's volleyball, is because the passion means they care. You know, as some was saying here, it's the second most popular sport branch after football. Um, People keep saying without talks Vargas you're nothing. I mean, can we look at Turkish women's volleyball results before and after Vargas? It, you know, I like did better in past years, but like got eighth at the world championship, like ninth at the world championships in 2014, 10th at the world championships 2018, eighth at the world championships in 2022, and then you get Varga, you get second. And I'm not going to say she's carrying the team, and it's not only it like there was a lot of good things. Like Turkiye is kind of like the Toronto Raptors of 2019, where they had a lot of really good pieces, but Vargas is that elite player that really elevated them, you know? And like especially with Karakurt, like Karakurt is better as like a secondary player. Yeah, if you switch Vargas and Vesca, Germany will be top four in the world too. If you switch Vargas with pretty much any player from any team, minus Italy, they get better. That is facts, right? Like you switch them with any player from any team. See, now it's funny to see the Turkish fans turn on each other and start the infighting. uh, I honestly like one day I'd love to go watch volleyball in Turkey. I think that'd be so special and so fun. I don't get understand the hate for Hande Baladin. Baladin's fucking like so good. Like she just doesn't like she's not a big time scorer, but she's so good on defense. She's so good in serve receive. Like there's a reason why she plays a lot for for club and for country. I'm just having a good time watching these Turkish fans go off on each other. There's always one or two players who carry their team, and they're usually the opposites because scoring is their job, right? Yeah, that's pretty normal. Look, like in the world of volleyball,
the only time, like, there is four elite opposites, five elite opposites, right? Agonu, Vargas, Boskovic, Hawk, and Antropova. You have to have one of those five players to win a championship. The only major championship that has been won without any of those five players is when Vakif Bank won the Sultan Ligi in 2025, and that was with Kira van Rijk. So, yeah, like, it's very normal. I don't understand why, like, Turks get mad. I do actually understand why Turks get mad, because they didn't produce Vargas. They bought her in a way, but at the end of the day, she's yours. People have no taste for OHs who know how to play their full role and not just attack. Fully agree. Fully agree. Absolutely. But after Vargas, all the players are improving the skills. Every team has a player like Vargas. You can say Agonu, Gabi, Boskovic, but without them, you can't erase all the team, I think. Fully, 100% agree. Yeah, I like 100% agree. Like, all of the best teams, right? Like, even on the men's side, you can say the same thing. Like, I guess you can't really say that Poland is nothing without Leon, because they're so deep. But, like, Italy doesn't win without Micheletto, right? At the same time. It wasn't solely Vargas ball. I think Hande Baladin did a pretty good job, but like, yeah, like basically, like, Van Rijk and Vargas had pretty similar numbers, both in, like, sets and attempts and kills and all of that stuff. But just Canada's systems and play broke down. Canada mentally broke down, especially in defense. So there's that. What do I think of the Turkish setters? They seem pretty good. I think Elif runs a decent offense. I think Cansu Özbey is, like, can be, like, kind of like a heart and soul type of player. I don't know why. I have a kind of feeling that, like, Santorelli likes Elif better, because I think she executes a little bit better. But Cansu Özbey, just, like, she's a fighter. Like, she has heart. That's why I love watching Cansu play. Ooh, Fedoretseva being overrated? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about. Yeah, I don't know if you can say that Fedoretseva is overrated. Yeah, next year we're going to see how Russia. That's going to be interesting with Russia coming back in. Russia is going to be, man, like Markova, Fedoretseva, Lazareva, any other players that ends with Va. Oh, is Santorelli being heavily criticized about how he treats Jansu? Well, does he treat her poorly, or does he just not play her? That's the question. Is he treating her poorly, or is he just not playing Jansu Osprey? Vrankova, yeah. Tatiana Tolok as well too. There's just so much. There's so much talent out there for Russia to pick from. Actually, I don't need HDMI anymore. I can unhook that. like Vargas was already putting up numbers for Cuba. We can't sit here and say that she wasn't already like I know Canadian players who played against Vargas when she was playing for Cuba, and they already knew how good she was going to be. And in a sense, like yeah, they did buy her. They spent the most money to bring her to their clubs, and like I'm not saying that Turkey didn't do a lot of good things for Vargas. They definitely did, but like she went to Turkey because of the money making opportunities. Okay, but like just because like Gano got slammed for Italian fans for being black, that's not something that happened in Turkey. I fully agree. But you can't discredit the fact that Turkish fans have been racist towards other teams' black players in comment sections, right? So yeah, the fact that you guys don't go after your own players is great, right? We're also calling to Italy racist. Don't worry. Apart from Guidetti, I think most Italian coaches prefer to have emotionally steady setters who run the game and not celebrate every point like crazy. I can fully agree with that. Guidetti and Santarelli are just both very different in their emotionality. But Guidetti knows about it himself and leans into it. Yeah, I could see. Well, it's more like he is not putting her into court even when times when Elif is a bit wonky in her sets. Jansu was the heart of this team for so many years, and now many people disagree. Yeah, I could see that for sure. I could I could see that for sure. I have noticed that Elif gets played quite a bit more than Jansu on the national team. Since Guidetti separated from Turkish team, my soul became Zen. But also, like Guidetti did so much for that Turkish team. You know, like you can't deny that he didn't do so much. Why? Turkey played good in the second set. It was the beginning of the third they didn't play good. I don't know if I'll have a watch along for USA China. It's just so like I didn't really sleep. I only got like an hour or so of sleep. Yeah, that game doesn't start for an hour, and I can't see myself still wanting to talk in another hour. Oh, USA is for sure gonna win. For sure gonna win. I think I mean I do think that like Turkish fans had good reason to be scared of Canada. They showed like had Canada not imploded in the third set, we'd probably still be playing like this game might have been over, or we'd probably still be playing volleyball in the fifth. Actually, no, probably not. we've been live here for quite a while now since. I mean, it's been almost 40 minutes of just watching Turkish infighting in the comments section. um, so, yeah. But I think it might be time to wrap it up, though. Unless there's any other questions. I mean, funny thing is, Guidetti was kicked out because he criticized this team in a very harsh way. He said something like, "We think we are Ferrari, but we are just a good Mercedes." Yeah, but was he wrong though? I think that sums up this 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 chat perfectly. Turkish volleyball views themselves like a Ferrari, and the reality is that they are just a very good Mercedes, which is like great. Like Canada isn't even a very good Mercedes, you know. Canada's in a very like in a not as great spot as Turkey, but yeah, there's expectations that they should be like winning all this stuff, and you know, like all here. Let's go through it together. Oh, we don't need to see the back end here, but like this is like Turkey had never made it to a semifinals of the World Championships before Vargas and Santarelli. Then they do. They had never made it to the semifinals of the Olympics before Vargas and Santarelli. Then they do. Hell, they'd only qualified for the Olympics 2 times before that. I know it's tough out of Europe, but still. VNL. They actually had a really good VNL run here. Won't lie. But they had never won the VNL until Vargas and Santarelli. European Championship. Yeah, had never made it to, had never won a European Championships until Vargas and Santarelli. So final team guesses. I think it'll be Italy on the other side. And I think USA versus Turkey is going to be really interesting. Really interesting. But I do think Turkey is going to win. I do think Turkey is going to win, I think. So we'll see. Do you think Van Rijk's mental mistakes are mental? Yes. Yes, they are for sure mental. Yeah. I feel like Guidetti is trying to coach Turkey and Canada in the same way. He is very used to having amazing OHs in defense, and this isn't exactly the case with Canada. He is not making it easy. I would disagree with that a little bit. I think Guidetti is very aware of what Canada is, um, because he's not expecting a lot from them offensively. He's expecting more from them defensively, and it's a lot about positioning and stuff like that. Oh, I should go out of, yeah, I don't need to. Turkish fans deserve Farhad. Oh man, I like Farhad Akbash. I won't lie. I've gotten a chat with him. I've gotten interview and stuff in the past. I like Farhad Akbash. I'm just gonna go out and say that. Uh, yeah, I do think Italy is still the best team out there. I think Italy's gonna win the Italy Brazil match. Um, they went to 5, and that was when Brazil had Julia Kudis, and that was when Italy was rocking a younger team. Like they didn't have Egonu and Atrapova and Danesi and Oro and Silla. So I think it's going to be 3-1 Italy. Egonu is well known by Turkish fans. Cool. No one has ever said that Turkish fans have gone over after Egonu for her color. Once again. But like I have also seen Turkish fans be racist in chats towards opposing teams' players. So like just because Italy does it doesn't make it all right for Turkey to do it as well. I think USA would win the semifinal because we saw how USA shut down Varga in the pool phase. True. Turkey's OHs need to step up their game if they want to win the game against USA. Yeah, I do think it is really difficult to beat a team twice in one tournament. So I will say that. And Santarelli is Santarelli, and he's one of the best in the world. And he's going to start preparing for, like they have a day off. So there's an entire day to prepare for USA. So that's where I think Turkey has a bit of an advantage for sure. I don't think anyone cares about the bronze medal match, to be honest. I think Italy would, or USA would win in the bronze medal match. Antropova seems tired, though. I don't think Velasco wants to play Agonu in this VNL, but if Kate's tired and might not hold against us. I mean, you have one elite world-class opposite or the other elite world-class opposite, you know? It's very different. You'll miss Chiako Bogu and Vakif Bank. Yeah, I feel that. I think Yaprak and Baladin must start the semis. Okay. I was also hoping to see Yaprak Erket today. You know, even Key Michael interviewed Alexa Gray at the beginning, and seemed like she brought up Yaprak Erkek. I'm a big fan of the way she plays. But Emil Talas is like, what we're saying is that we have seen Turks judge people by their skin colors. Yes. Maybe it hasn't happened from you. But what we're saying is that we have seen it. It's not right in any situation, but we have seen it. No, I don't think Yaprak was injured. Yeah, I know Gray and Yaprak know each other from Exacerbashi. Yeah, I like the way Yaprak plays as well too. Like I started watching her last year at the VNL, and I was pretty impressed by the way she plays the game. Okay, people. I think I've been live for about almost 3 hours here, so I think maybe this is time to shut it down. yes, I've seen the racism and hate from between Brazil and Turkey. As an outsider, I just watch with popcorn. Where's Gabi going? Oh wait, no, she already left Vakifbank. She's in Conegliano. Sorry, it's early. Okay. You think Zara has some kind of self-esteem issue? I think she might be injured. No. I think she might be injured. Yes, yeah. She was in Vakif Bank and very good in Vakif Bank, and then went to Imoko. But like those two teams have just traded so many players. Yeah. See, I don't want to go to sleep because it is like 7 a.m. So I think I might just rock. Oh, I'm not upset. I'm just tired. I got about 3 hours of sleep. Yeah, my brain is pretty cooked. I got about 3 hours of sleep, so I might just go for a run just to keep it going. But yeah, I'm gonna end this here. Thank you all for a very interesting discussion. No, I'm not upset of um, how how Canada played. A little disappointed, but overall, really good play, really good really good showing by Canada in the women's VNL. Do you know that the boss of Russian volleyball is a close person to Putin and boss of Russian version of FBI? No, I didn't know that. But Russia is Russia. Russia is Russia. Okay. Adios, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.